Hello out there, you're welcome once again to Maths with Uncle Tony, and in this video we'll be looking at lowest common multiple, also known as L.C.M. In this video I will do a little explanation on what is multiple, then I will combine with what is common multiple, then before we go deeper into what is lowest common multiples. Now, multiple, for example, when we say multiple of a number, it's like repeating the number consecutively, just like your multiplication table. Let's say the multiples of 2. The first multiple is 2. After 2, you add 2 to this 2 is 4. After 4, you add 2 to this 4, it is 6. After 6, you add 2 to this 6, it is 8. After 8 is 10. After 10 is 12. So this is what we call, or we meant by multiples. Repeating the number, this number consecutively by adding this number subsequently in the next number. So this is what we mean by multiples. Now, what do we mean by common multiples? Common multiples, let's say for instance, let's find the multiples of 3. Multiples of 3, the first number is 3. You add 3 to this 3, it is 6. When you add 3 to this 6, it is 9. When you add 3 to this 9, it is 12. When you add 3 to this 12, it is 15. When you add 3 to this 15, it is 18. Now, looking at it, when they say common multiple or multiples are numbers you can find in these multiples of 2 and also in multiples of 3. Looking at it, looking at this number, we have numbers that are common. Here is 12 and this is 12 as well. Here is 6 and this is 6 as well. So these are common numbers that you can find in 2 and you can also find in 3. So these are the numbers 6 and 6, 12 and 12. So the common multiples are 6, 12 as the case may be. So therefore, what is then is lowest common multiples. Lowest common multiples. There are so many ways a child can go about these lowest common multiples. Maybe after getting the common multiples, he can pick the lowest number among the common multiples. But this will take time because the numbers may be given to him, may be too big. He may be given a big number, he begin to write the multiples. It will take time for him to get the lowest common multiples among the numbers. So, but there's a better way in which I try to go by it, which is called the factor method. I will go further to explain what you mean by factor method. Now, in solving this question, let's say find the LCM of 3 and 4. To find the LCM of 3 and 4, you pick 3, draw a line, then you put 4, draw a line, followed by this. Now, factor methods are numbers that can divide the numbers, the individual numbers, without a remainder. Now, to quickly know the numbers that can divide a particular number, that's what we call even numbers. Even numbers are numbers that ends with. Even numbers are numbers, like I define it in a sense that numbers that ends with the last 2-digit number, or the last digit number is 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0. Any number, anywhere a child sees any of this number, the last number, the digit number is any of this number, it means that 2 can divide it. So like I said before, in solving this question is by factor method, starting with the smallest number that can divide the number given to you. Starting with the smallest number, which means we're starting with 2, if 2 can divide any of this number. So now we use 2, but can 2 divide 3? Is 3 among any of this number? No. So 2 cannot divide 3. What happens to 3? We bring it down. Now we'll go check the next number, 4. Can 4 be divided by 2? Is 2 among any of this number? Yes. 4 is among this number, so 4 can be divided by 2. 4 divided by 2 will give us 2. We go again. We have 3 here, we have 2 here. Can 2 divide any of this number? Okay, let's check whether 2 can divide any of this number. Like I said before, there's no 3 here, but we have 2 here. And 2 is among this number that can be divided by 2. So we bring down this 3, because 3 cannot be divided by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. Now, once we reach 1, you stop for this number. You don't go further to divide the number. So we have 3 now. Can this number be divided by 2? No. We go to the next number, which is 3, serially. Can 3 divide this number? Yes. 3 divided by 3 is 1. For this one that we are done, we bring it down. Therefore, the LCM of 3 and 4, we multiply these numbers. So 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3. 2 multiplied by 2 will give us 4. And 4 multiplied by 3 will give us 12. Therefore, the LCM, or the lowest common multiple of 3 and 4, is 12. This is faster or quicker way of getting the LCM of a number. We call it by factor method. Let's quickly look at number 2, in which we have 12 and 18. Okay, looking at this number, the last digit number is 2 here. This is 12. The last digit number is 2. Is among 2 here, it can be divided by 2. So 12 can be divided by 2. So we use 2 to divide. 12 divided by 2 will give us 6. What about 18? Can 18 be divided by 2? The last digit number is 8. 8 is among this number, which means 2 can divide 18. So 18 divided by 2 will give us 9. We have 6 here, we have 9 here. Can 6 be divided by 2? Looking at it here, yes, there's 6 here. Yes, 2 can divide 6. 6 divided by 2 will give us 3. What about 9? Is 9 among any of this number? No. So 2 cannot divide 9. What happens to 9? You bring it down. Now we check again. We have 3 here, we have 9 here. And 2 cannot divide either of them. 2 cannot divide 3 because 3 is not here. And 2 cannot divide 9 because 9 is not here. So we go to the next number serially. After 2 is 3. Can 3 divide 3? Yes. We have 3 here. 3 divided by 3 is 1. What about 9? Yes, 9 can be divided by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. We still extend our line. We have 1 here. We have exhausted this number and we have 3 here. We can still use 3. For this one, we bring it down. 3 divided by 3 is 1. We have exhausted the number. Once you reach 1, 1, we have exhausted the number. So therefore, we multiply for the LCM. Therefore, the LCM of 12 and 18 is equal to, we multiply these numbers. 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 multiplied by 3 is 12. And 12 multiplied by 3, it will give us 36. So LCM of 12 and 18 is equal to 36. Let's quickly look at our last example. Our last example that we have here. Let me wipe this one. Okay, we write the number 7, 9, and 15. Okay, remember what I said before. Numbers that can be divided by 2 are numbers that the last digit number of such number is, if it's either 2, 4, 6, 8, and 0. So looking at 7, 7 is not among any of these numbers. So 2 cannot divide 7. What about 9? Is 9 among any of these number? No. So 2 cannot divide 9. What about 15? The last digit number is 5. Is 5 among any of these number? No. So 2 cannot divide 15. We go over to the next serial number, which is 3. Can 3 divide 7? No. 3 cannot divide 7. In my previous video on the rules of divisibility, so 7 cannot be divided by 3. So we will not use 3 to divide 7. What about 9? Yes. In as much as 3 or any number can divide either one of them or both of them or all of them, we use it. Even though that 3 cannot divide 9, cannot divide 7, but can divide 9, you can use it to divide the number. So what happens is 7 that cannot be divided by 3, we bring it down. 9 divided by 3 is 3. What about 15? How do you know whether 3 can divide 15? Especially when the number is increasing. In my previous video, I said you should add the individual number. Like 15 now. Add 1 plus 5. 1. Look at it here. 5 here. Add them. It will give us what? 6. This 6 can be divided by 3. So which means 15 can be divided by 3. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Okay. We have 7, 3, 5. Can 3 divide any of this number again? Yes. we still use 3 here. What happened to 7? Because 7 cannot be divided by 3, we bring it down. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Can 5 be divided by 3? No. So we bring it down. So we have 7 here, 1 here, 5 here. Is there any number that can be divided by 3 again? No. We go to the next serial number, which is 4. Can 4 divide any of this number? No. We go to the next serial number, 5. Can 5 divide any of this number? Yes. In my previous video, I always make reference to that. The numbers that ends with 5 and 0 can be divided by 5. Any number that the last digit number ends with 5 or 0 can be divided by 5. So this is 5, so it can be divided by 5. 7 cannot be divided by 5, so we bring it down. We bring down this 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1. So let's extend our line. So 7 cannot be divided by 5. We go to the next serial number. 6. 6 cannot divide 7. The next number is 7. We use 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 1, bring down 1 here, bring down 1 here. So, therefore, our LCM, the LCM of this number, the LCM of 7, 9, and 15 is equals to, we multiply these numbers. 3 multiplied by 3, multiplied by 5, multiplied by 7. 3 multiplied by 3 will give us 9. 9 multiplied by 5 will give us 45. And 45 multiplied by 7 will give us 315. But let's take and see. 45 multiplied by 7. 7 times 5 is 35. You write 5, carry 1. 7 times 4 is 28. 35, sorry. You write 5, carry 3. 7 times 4 is 28. 28 plus 3 is 31. So I'm actually correct. Our answer is 315. So the LCM of 7, 9, and 15 is 315. I would like my wonderful viewers to try this exercise on the board. Number 1, you say you should find the LCM of the following numbers. We have A, B, C. Don't forget to send your answer in the comment section. Thank you and remain blessed. Bye-bye.